Hello everyone, this is Ashish Sani from Innovate Yourself. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am back again with a very interesting topic for you guys to learn and understand. And in today's session I am going to show you how you can integrate your webcam with your Flask application, or you can simply say that you are going to add a webcam to a website where you can only put a static image. Seriously, now it's like you're putting an image, or let's say you're putting continuously different images at some particular set of time, and that images are automatically getting updated on that web page. So this is what exactly I'm going to show you. And now let's get started and let's see how you can do that in your web application. So let's get started. So as you can see in the last video, you have already seen that how we can connect, or let's say we can deploy a Rasa chatbot onto a website, which you can see on my screen, right? So on this screen, what I have done is I have just deployed my Rasa chatbot over here. So whenever I'm going to talk to this chatbot, so it will definitely reply you as per that, like you have already seen in the last session, right? So if you haven't gone through that part, then you can definitely check my last video and you will definitely love that part, right? So this is all about that. Now it's time to add on the webcam to my web application, which you can see on my screen. So to do that part, what exactly I have to do is I have to, let's say, create an interface for that, right? Because from the front end part, what exactly I'm going to do is I'm only going to call it, right? But all the things are going to be run on the backend side. So to run that part, what exactly I have to do is I have to create a program, and for that program I need to create two routing for it. So the first one is this and the second one is this. Now what exactly these two functions or routings are, let me just explain you that part, right? So in here, what exactly I have to do is I have to take an image, or let's say firstly I have to turn on the camera, or let's say turn on the webcam. So from that webcam you're going to get the continuous images, because your video, or let's say your webcam, is going to take a continuous images from your side, and it is going to return you in the front end part, which will seems like that you are actually going to run a video, or let's say you're actually going to run a camera. So this is how exactly your webcam is working. Now to perform it in the same way, what exactly we have to do, we have to first collect those images. We have to collect those images continuously, and we have to do the same thing. We have to just send this image part to the front end part, and that front end part is this application, or let's say this web application where I'm going to display it, right? So to do that part, I am actually having two packages which I need to install on my system, right? Because in here you can see I'm going to call one module, and that module is not any module that I'm going to install. Instead I'm going to call it from my end. So this is camera, which you can see over here, camera.py. So which is actually going to help me a lot to just collect the images from the user, or let's say from the webcam, and to further send it on the web application. So this is how exactly I'm going to do is, so to do that part I'm having two packages. One is OpenCV and the second one is IAMUtils. So you need to install both of them on your system, or let's say on the environment which you are working right now, right? So to install that part, what exactly you have to do is you have to type two commands. So first one is pip install IAMUtils. So first one is this, and the second one is OpenCV-Python, right? So it is like this. So let's just run it, because in my system it is already installed, so it will not ask me to install again. So it will directly say requirement already satisfied. But in your system it will take some time, just because it actually requires some time to install it, right? So that is how exactly we are going to work, right? So this is how you will be able to install the packages. So when you're done with the installation part, now it's time to create a separate script for it, so that we don't have to add all the things on the main web application where we are actually going to call this video part, right? So this is what exactly we have to do. So in this way, or let's say in this script, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call, or let's say I'm going to create a class, and in that class I'm going to first initialize my webcam. So to initialize that part, I need to call this imutils.video, and from there you have to import webcam video stream. So what this video stream will do is this will collect the images from you, or let's say using your webcam which you are having on your system, or it is externally connected. So it depends how you're using your webcam, right? Like in my case, I'm using my system's webcam. So for that, I'm going to call it in this way: self.stream equal to webcam video stream, and within brackets I have passed src equal to 0, just because I'm going to use my system's webcam, right? So that is why I'm putting it 0. But if in case you are using the external webcam which you have connected to your system, so in that case it can vary, or let's say it will change to 1. So in this way you have to do it. Now after that, I'm also just calling this dot start, which will just turn on your camera, right? So when your camera is turned on, after that your main process starts, because from here you have to start reading the images, and that images will be sent further in, or let's say that will be collected on your end, and you can further use it in whatever way you want to use it. Like in our case, we want to display it on the web page, so that is what exactly we will do, right? So the first method which I have created is this one, which is to start the webcam. Second one I'm creating to just stop the webcam if in case I want to terminate that part, right? So it will just terminate that part. And similarly, the very important thing is to get the frames, because when I'm turning on my webcam, so from there I'm going to collect the images, and that images will be collected on my end, or let's say on my coding end, and that will be stored into some variable, and that data will be stored in the form of an array. So I need to further encode that part, and I have to further send it to my form data, or let's say into this script, or let's say into this Flask application where I actually require it, right? So this is how exactly I'm going to do it. So in here I'm just using this, and I'm further sending this data, or let's say in the form of return. I'm just returning that part. So basically cv2.im encode is used to just collect that images. Let's say it is just used to encode that part, and actually I'm going to use this part to read the images, right? So this is how I'm going to read it. So every time I'm going to call this part, it will automatically collect that image, and it will encode it, and finally it will return it after converting it into the byte format, because we cannot directly send the image in whatever way we are having it with us. So we need to convert it into the byte format, so that that will be sent anywhere, because right now I'm working on a local server, that is okay, but in future it's possible that I can send it on a global server as well, right? So this is why we actually require to convert it into the byte format, right? So this is what exactly I'm doing. Now when you will have this complete script ready with you, now it's time to call this class into this main script, or let's say into the main web application which I'm having over here, right? So in here what I have to do, I have to call two functions, or let's say one is a function and the second one is a function with a decorator, that is this routing part, right? So this is what exactly I will do. So in here what exactly I have to do is I have to get the response, and to get that response I am collecting that response from this function, and that function is this one, in which I'm actually, oh, you can remove this part, it's not required, right? So in here what exactly I'm doing is I'm just running the camera, and from that camera I'm going to collect the frames, and this camera is the same script which we have just created, right? And from here to collect that part I have just called this over here, right? So I can call it accordingly, right? So when I'm having this part over here, after that you need to collect the frames, and that frame needs to be sent back, right? So that frame needs to be sent back in this format. So instead of returning that part, I'm using this yield function, so that it will continuously send the images one by one. Every time you will have a different data with you, right? So this is how we can just use it. But if in case we are going to use the return instead of yield, then it will create a definitely problem for you, or let's say it will not behave like a webcam, right? So that is why we have used the yield part, and this is the fixed part how you have to send it. And in here you just have to pass the frame, or let's say this is a byte data which you have collected from here. So this is why we are going to pass it in this way, and whatever response you're going to get from here, that is actually going to be sent over here with respect to this response, which is actually very beneficial for this part. And along with this, you have to pass this MIME type, because there are multiple values, or let's say multiple images that I'm going to send. So that is why I'm passing this MIME type with multi-part X mix replace and boundary equal to frame. So this will actually replace the existing image, and further you can display the new image whenever you are going to get a new one, because there you're going to collect multiple images, and that multiple images will be displayed on a web page one by one, right? So this is what exactly we are going to do, and this is how it actually works, right? And to call this part, I have created a routing, so that whenever I will call an API with respect to this part, at that time it will just display a webcam to you, right? So this is what exactly we have done on the backend part. Now it's time to display on the front end part also. Like for now, you can see we don't have any button created for this, or let's say we are not having any link for this part, right? So to do that part, I'm going to add a link, and that link should be added over here so that I can directly call it. So to do that part, I'm going to go in here. So in here, after this I can add this up. Okay, add this up, and in here just replace this contact with this video underscore feed, whatever name you have assigned over here, right? So just pass it over here, right? And also replace this up, let's say webcam. So this is a webcam for me, right? So this is how exactly I have done my code, and I guess my code is done, right? Okay, so my code is done. Now I can move ahead and I can check for the application which I have created. Now let's run this up. Okay, so my Flask application is running. So now you can open it up. Okay, so everything is working fine. You can close it up. Go in here. Okay, so you can see webcam is here. Now click on it. Hello. So you can see this is the way how you can display your own image, or let's say this is how you can display your webcam onto your web application which you have created, right? So this is how we can create it up. Now when I will press ESC, you will see it stops, just because I have also added a function, or let's say I have also added a method to destroy this up, right? So this is how we can do it. So I hope everything is very clear to you, but still if you are facing any kind of a difficulties integrating these two parts together, then you can definitely leave a comment below in the comment section. So if you have liked this video, then do click on the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then do click on the subscribe button so that you do not miss any kind of a videos from my side. And also you can press a bell icon so that whenever we will upload a new video, you will get a notification for that. Until then, bye bye and happy learning.